Hi there. I heard through the grapevine that we're having some problems with the Rule of 72 assignment, and I just want to talk a little bit about the Rule of 72 and tell you how to do the assignment. What the assignment is asking you to do is look up, just do a Google search and look up different types of investments, find out what their rate is, and then use the Rule of 72 to figure out how fast your money will double. Um, what the rule of 72 does is it's just a math trick or gimmick. And if you'll divide the interest rate into 72, it will tell you how fast your money will double. And so it's an easy math way of sounding smart, basically, to see how fast your money's growing. You can do the math and do the interest rate per year for however many years to find out when your money doubles. But this is so easy and pretty close to accurate that everybody just uses the rule of 72. What you'll notice that it tells you is that at low rates, regardless of what your investment is, if you calculate it to a rate of return as a percentage, you'll notice the low rates takes a long time to double your money. And at the higher rates, you're doubling your money much quicker. So basically, Rule 72 is telling you to manage your interest rate and make sure you get as much of an interest rate or a return on your investment as you can. If we do one example, I just did a Google search for to compare interest rates, in this case CD rates, and you'll notice that you can go to certain banks and they're all pretty close, and you'll notice you get about 2.5%. Is that a great rate? It's not, um, but it's better than a savings account rate. If you notice, I don't even get 1% on my savings account. And so somewhere around 2% is what you're getting. Um, and basically, a certificate of deposit, the reason they'll pay a little bit more for CDs is because in your just a regular savings account, you can pull that money anytime. And so it's hard for the bank to use money that you can pull at any time. If you do a CD, you can do a 6 month or 2 year, or you can even do multi-year. You're kind of guaranteeing that the bank gets to use that money for 6 months, and then you can either roll it over for a new CD or you can take it out at that time and they give you your money back plus the interest rate. And so it's kind of easier for banks to use your money if you promise to keep it in there for a period of time. Again, this is somewhere around 2%. It doesn't look to me like you're going to get 3. And if you go do the math on that, you divide your 2% by the rule of 72, and you know that if you buy that CD and keep rolling it over for 36 years, you will double your initial investment. Um, you can also, not on your assignment, let's pop open your assignment. And so, what we would have done, I forget what bank it was, but we would put down the bank of, where is it, right here, what percent we were getting, and then calculate how long it would take to double your money. Hopefully that clears up how to do that assignment. I do have to, the economist in me has to tell you that you can also use the rule of 72 um, to calculate how fast inflation eats your money. And so the Fed, since about 2008, since that financial crisis, the Fed's decided that, hey, we need, about 2% inflation rate in the economy, that it's healthy. It is not healthy. If you start saving now with the plan of retiring in 30 so years, which would be very reasonable for you guys, you'll notice that a 2% inflation rate will eat that retirement fund by half in about 36 years. And so inflation rate is not good for savers, it's not good for consumers. Um, it's not necessarily stealing dollars from you, it's stealing the value of your dollars when you're ready to retire. So I know why it's a whole different class on why the Fed is wanting to push inflation. It's basically paying back debt for cheaper dollars. If you think about their debt, if they can hold off at 2-3% inflation, they only have to pay half of it back in 30 years if they can do it for 30 years. I get why they're doing it. It is not good. Inflation is not good. I'm not, I think it's a little deceiving that they're telling everybody it is good. It is not good. Hope this helps, and I hope I didn't confuse you by talking about inflation.